Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to JFK Coliseum. Tonight's matchup between the visiting Goffstown Grizzlies and the Manchester Kings. Tonight's starting lineup for the visiting Grizzlies. In goal, number 1, Kyle Bennett. On defense, number 9, AJ Hill. On defense, number 18, Jaden Booth. At left wing, number 24, Connor Brown. At right wing, number 14, AJ Thompson. And at center, number 16, Zach Terry. For the home Kings, starting in goal, number 35, Dan Terry. On defense, number 18, Tyler Cannon. With partner number 4, Ty Adams. At left wing, number 21, Ryan Wood. At right wing, number 5, Kate Sharp. And at center, number 10, Mike Cashier. Please rise for your pass.
Hello again, everybody. High above the ice at the JFK Memorial Coliseum in Manchester, New Hampshire. Alongside Kyle Heavey, I'm Zach Johnston, courtesy of Manchester Public Television. It is a pleasure to be here with you on this Monday afternoon. Monday, December 15th, marks the start of the Manchester Varsity Boys Ice Hockey Team season in 2025 and 2026. Once again, alongside Kyle Heavey, I'm Zach Johnston here on Channel 16. Pleasure to be with you, Kyle. Let's get this season underway.
Zach, it's been a long time since we've been back in this arena, and what a great way. Two rivals here in Division I hockey, and we're going to see a great battle between these Grizzlies and Kings. The Goffstown Grizzlies, as you can see on the screen, just 3 seniors, Zach. You got to wonder if they're going to have the leadership necessary to get this victory today. But either way, it's a great start to the season. It's warmer inside the arena here than it is outside. It feels nice to be in the confines of the J, and glad to be here back with you, Zach.
Everyone loves the confines of the J, man. Who doesn't? Starting goaltenders for the Grizzlies, they start junior 6-foot Kyle Bennett in between the pipes. Him and Jake O'Neill will probably split duties. 2 juniors, 2 talented keepers that the Goffstown Grizzlies have this year, and then the workhorse for the Kings this year. And for the last 3 seasons, Cam Roberge in between the pipes for Manchester. Well, head coach Jeremy Baker and his Kings are ready to get underway. Myself and Kyle Heavey are ready to start a winter season that will continue here with ice hockey. We've had basketball start, and hockey will start right here for Manchester. Frank Tessier, the starting center. We've seen him on the wing the last few years as an upperclassman, a junior now. He is now the starting center. The draw will be won by Zach Terrier, the captain of the Grizzlies. Tessier off a turnover, and it's broken up quickly there. Terrier got a part of his body. So the 2 starting centers getting involved quickly. Boylan from behind the net will facilitate this out towards the blue line. It's canted towards the net, turned away by Bennett. Moved up ice here to A.J. Hill. Hill up along the boards. Possession battle, Tessier on net, off the right pad of Bennett, and picked up now by A.J. Tramatazzi.
Great pressure right there by Manchester to start things off after a bad turnover. Now we'll see what type of defense Manchester's got in store as the Grizzlies try to make it the other way.
Tap back, picked up by Adams off the boards, moved up now for Ryan Boylan. Up the wing, it's dumped down. Got some baseball players that I've played with on this team. Boylan is one of them alongside Aaron Bodwin and Will Sloper. But a lot of these guys, Kyle, multi-sport athletes. You know, Cam Roberge, golfer. Trip golfs as well, I believe. We have Dylan Gentis on the roster, is also a baseball player, so multi-sport athletes. Love to see that.
Yeah, I definitely was impressed. Cam has grown tremendously since we saw him last in March, and it's great to see that he is ready to take over the leadership role and try to get to this Manchester Kings squad to the next level this year.
I will say there's definitely more multi-sport athletes that I definitely didn't mention because there's too many that I could remember. Sliding into the boards there with Jackson Horn, but with no collision, there'll be no call. Towards the net by Logan Parsons, the big right defender here for the Kings, but turned away by Bennett. And now a possession battle ensues with the puck being kept onside here by Manchester. Towards the net, no one there for Max Volkanis looking for a recipient of his pass. Up the near side, facilitated by Horn. Behind the net, Parsons collides with him alongside Van Ames, who's behind the net there as well. The puck sliding in towards the Goffstown zone with their horizontal font on the top of their jerseys. Manchester sporting more of a graphic logo on the center of their Vegas Golden Knights replicate jerseys that they've had for the last couple of years.
Yeah, they have 3 jerseys this year, Zach. It's going to be fun to see. Every game we've got to be paying attention. Obviously, you got the home whites and the road ways, but they have a 3rd jersey this year as well that I was able to see before the game, and it looks sharp.
We'll have a neutral zone face-off.
Yeah, a little offsides. Tried to bring it back to get some more torque to send it down, and it just crossed that blue line for a whistle.
Sliding in towards the Manchester zone. Off the bench, it's Boylan. The puck slides across off the stick of K-Trip. Gavin Matatal will shoot this one wide. And a check from behind by Tessier. Shot and a save by the glove of Cam Robers. 12:33 on the clock. No score here in period number 1 of game 1 of the Manchester Kings season.
We haven't even mentioned the officials as well. Jim Paiva and Crystal Perrin will be doing the duties in the zebra outfits. And Jim will be dropping the puck here as it's going to be a
Terrier v. Tessier again. Terrier wins it, moves it back to his side, but Tessier picks up the loose puck and brings it up the ice. It's an odd man rush here for Manchester. 3v2 with Tessier dancing in, and no call as there was some stick action on him, and he fell towards the ice. No shots on net. Tessier wanted to take it all himself here. Probably one of, if not the fastest skater on this Manchester team. The starting center here in 2025. Ricochet, weird bounce. Goffstown couldn't get the possession there. That one ended up off the glove of Zach Terrier and ending up behind the net. Ty Adams moves this across towards the other side, off the glove now of Tessier. Boylan towards the puck. It's dumped in towards the net of Cam Roberge via AJ Tramatazzi. Turnover towards the net. Chopped away by the stick of Tessier. Good defense from Frank. Puck sliding in the neutral zone and sent back. It's been a lot of this starting line, Kyle. It's been mostly the starters out for Manchester. Puck high in the air, landing on this fresh sheet of ice here at JFK. How about halfway? Not even halfway, towards the 10-minute mark, actually. A collision in front of the bench of Goffstown, hitting the ice hard with Maxwell Canis, but getting right back up on his feet. Towards the net, a chance. Doesn't go. It's behind the net. Manchester with some shots on Kyle Bennett, and he reigns supreme here. 11:20 left here in the first.
And for Goffstown, obviously, you know that they have goalies ready in all sorts of ways. The UNH goalie that I saw yesterday is from Goffstown, named Kyle as well. So
Kyle Chavette.
So it's kind of weird to see that the goalie situation in Goffstown is.
Shout out UNH hockey.
Absolutely, a big win yesterday versus the Big Green.
Off the boards, and Goffstown will send it in towards Manchester's zone, but big Logan Parsons is in the way. Goffstown looking for a clean entry this time with Owen St. Onge, but now the puck will slide back in towards their zone with Johnny Nassor in pursuit of the puck. One of the other faster skaters on this Manchester team, and we're seeing them change up the lines a little bit here. Charging up ice is A.J. Hill. Dumps the puck towards the Manchester zone. From behind the net, holding the puck, there's Gavin Matatal. Moved up ice. That's a turnover taken by Goffstown. Moved in by Van Ames. Up the boards. So Manchester guys hitting the ice here. Goffstown keeps the puck in the Manchester zone. Canton moves it up for Cam O'Clair. O'Clair trying to charge through the Goffstown defense, and 2 bowling balls hit the ground there, or 2 bowling pins rather hit the ground for Goffstown. Canton shoots wide off the back wall, and it's Ty Adams who will move it in. Check made there by Will Sloper.
Kind of a whiff on the clearing, but his teammate was able to
Adams tried to dump it, and then I think he hit Will Sloper as he tried to dump the puck, but Ty Adams will take it behind his own net. Connects the stick of Ryan Boylan. Boylan up the right wing. Boylan's got some space, and a shot and a save made by Bennett. But Ryan Boylan looks a lot faster than he did last year, Kyle.
Absolutely.
He earned that starting role. That's clearly offside. We'll have a face-off. 9 minutes, 30 seconds.
Big change here for Manchester as they get a fresh legs out here. And looking at the size of Logan Parsons, he's one of the seniors here on Manchester, and he is going to be a tough spot to get a pass on that blue line.
McLaughlin will win the face-off back to Parsons, and Parsons tried to move it up to Nasora and ended up being blocked there by Cam Freitas. for Goffstown. The puck moved deep into the Grizzlies' zone, but they have the possession here until it's off the stick of Luke Vadas. But now the puck slides into the Manchester zone. On the far side, a battle for the puck ensues with multiple boys sliding into the walls, colliding with the boards, and now on the ground, fighting for the puck. It's a huge physical battle, including Max Volcanis. Centering pass broken up. No chance there. Long pass. Changing now is Nasora, as he was the intended recipient of that. Deep into the Goffstown zone is Griffin Wilkinson, the senior defender. And a turnover. Cameron O'Clair in the far corner. Sloper in pursuit of the puck. Sloper from behind the net. Sloper moves this back. Adams, wrist shot, tip, they score! Ty Adams, and Manchester takes the lead.
You know, anything can happen when you get a good ability to just send it down towards the net, and it just gets past the Goffstown goalie, and Manchester takes the 1-0 lead. Great job just being patient, getting that wrist shot at the net, and next thing you know, it gets past. So with 8:31 remaining, Manchester with that 1-0 lead.
From Will Sloper, they received offensive pressure, and he held the puck alongside the net, getting Kyle Bennett out of position, setting up Ty Adams for the wrist shot. With 8:31 left in the first period, Ty Adams scores the first goal of the year, assisted by Will Sloper. In his first high school hockey game, Will Sloper, his first year on this team, already making an impact.
I love to see it right now. We're just waiting for the official scorekeeper. Here it is.
It's not Slopper, I can tell you that. That's what the PA announcer said. I'll politely correct him. How about after the period?
There we go. Yeah, we'll get by this.
It's like skiing, Sloper. Great friend of mine, already making an impact. Manchester taking a 1-0 lead. Behind the net, Ty Adams will move it over to Tyler Canton. Adams, the goal scorer, will shout him out as well. First goal of the year. High up in the air and snagged by the trapper of Cam Roberge.
And immediately he gets some love from his teammates, knowing that he's going to be a huge part on this season, and to make saves like that, you know, time and time again, it's always nice to have someone that reliable in net.
It was a big, mighty shot from Jaden Booth, the freshman 6-foot forward we were mentioning before the game, Kyle.
Yeah, it was impressive to look down at this team of Goffstown, and they certainly have some special water or something like that, because there are some big kids on this team.
Luke Vadas saw the puck bounce off his stick and into the hands of the Goffstown Grizzlies, but now they'll take possession for real this time and dump it down behind Cam Roberge. Manchester with the puck, but they'll turn it over from behind the net. That's Van Ames. Ames will wait and send it back towards the blue line. Lassard will dump it behind the net. It's been a very busy Manchester last 5 minutes. We saw maybe Goffstown have a little bit of advantage at the start of the period, but Manchester, with the offensive pressure, being able to score, they've got the game in their hands so far on the scoreboard and momentum-wise.
And Coach Baker obviously has got to appreciate having a lot of players over the past few years that have stayed with him from his time with the Flames to now, and to know that this team, they know what they have to do. And you know, last year I know that there was some trouble towards the end of the year in the locker room where some people just weren't gelling, and hopefully they can stay gelling so far.
Well, last year, you know, they had the dramatic late win against Pinkerton in the first round, and they saw their season ended by a we'll be transparent, a blowout from the eventual state champion Concord Crimson Tide. That game, to me, as a viewer of that game, I'll be completely honest, that team, it looked like they had lost within the first puck drop. It felt like Concord was terrific, but we're focusing on this season as Tessier rang it off the iron. But this team, Kyle, I think they're fighting for something, because they didn't want their season to end that way. The way their season ended against Concord didn't represent how that season went, and that's how I felt exiting Everett Arena that night. Thinking about this night tonight and how they're going to avenge the way they ended their season last year. And they're doing a great job so far. 6 minutes, 22 seconds left. We got a stoppage of play. Manchester's got the shots on goal advantage and the goal advantage and the momentum advantage. They're looking good so far. It's 1-0.
Like what we're seeing so far for sure. And again, Goffstown, they have plenty of things to work on here, as both teams have alumni here in the state. Oh goodness, very close to hitting the scoreboard operator, and as well as the trainer on that puck. So
slow rolling puck. Loose, fighting for it. Goffstown will take it. Offside is the call. We'll have a neutral zone face-off. A little bit of miscommunication between Teddy Beal and Cameron Desereau. No shot on net. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone.
Well, Zach, looking at this, doing the face-off duty is McLaughlin, and you know that he's had many years on this ice at the J and knows the bounces quite well. We'll see if he can get a lucky bounce here.
He takes the puck off the draw and dumps it down. Does a good job of that as Vadas will fight for possession in the corner. A centering pass that only found the stick of a Grizzly, but a puck sending towards the net is picked up by Vadas. Puck is loose. Goffstown will take it. It's dumped down thanks to Zach Lassard. Loose puck, moved up ice now. Goffstown looking for some sort of offensive momentum here. Manchester has had the better hand the entire time. This is going to be an icing.
Yeah, it seemed like he had some time to at least get the puck moving, but instead it was a Volcanis just send it down, and now we'll get a face-off down in the Manchester end, and, well, Goffstown getting a chance with great puck possession possibly in the offensive zone if they are able to win this face-off. 5
minutes, 33 seconds in the first period. It's 1-0 Manchester. Off the draw, and a long dumping pass. Who can win the race? Ryan Boylan is going to get there. It's still an icing, but talk about Ryan Boylan improving his speed. He beat whoever was trailing him to the puck.
Unbelievable to get through two Grizzlies to get there, and I think they're just like, yeah, thank goodness that was icing. But it's tough. You just race down the ice.
Yeah, seriously. You get gassed. It's like running out a chopper in baseball and it goes foul, and you just chugged all the way down the line for nothing. Here's Tessier racing in, as he always does. Slides the puck back for Boylan. Boylan in the far near corner. The puck is stolen by A.J. Hill. Correction, that is Zach Terrier, number 16. Open ice collision as Tessier collided with Griffin Wilkinson.
Ice Monster taking out some players already here.
It's not crazy to say that Terrier and Tessier are very similar names.
Very much.
Wristed, blocked, and no reaction from Frank Tessier as he wore that puck. Under 5 minutes to go. Ricochet, Sloper will keep it in. Sloper falls, trying to get it to Matt Vachon. The puck slides around the bottom of the boards. Adams trying to keep it in. Huge puck battle here. About half the guys in the ice going for it, and it's taken by Goffstown. They'll move it behind the net. A little turnover here. Can Manchester keep it in their zone? Loose puck now, neutral zone possession for Manchester. Dumped down. And we will get a line change. And a good dump there by Captain Tyler Canton. They took the C off his jersey. I do believe he is still the captain. Off the glove of Roberge. The puck bouncing around. He should have trapped it. He couldn't bring it in all the way. Luckily, it didn't lead to anything, Kyle. And now Johnny Nasora will take it up the wing. And good defense there. I do believe that's number 18, Jaden Booth, who broke that up.
Yeah, just
making more of an impact.
Johnny tried to get it through his legs, and it just hit off a foot, and unable to get there. And now Goffstown will try to get things going, but great neutral zone defense here by Manchester.
Off the boards and through the legs of Logan Parsons. Colliding into the near side wall. A puck battle between these two teams is very common in this game. Off the wall and taken by Corey Beeland. Corey Beeland gets around the attempted stick lift of Cade Tripp, and now we'll move the puck up. And a shot, another one off the trapper of Roberge. He couldn't bring it in, and a rebound chance was taken down by Manchester's interior defense in front of the net. Goffstown unable to recess the puck right in front of Roberge. Here's a chance. Tessier couldn't get the shot off. Tessier in the corner. Tessier with his quick hands takes it behind the net. Tessier tries to set something up. Here's a drive from Canton and is directed off the glass but stays in play. Ty Adams will move this up. It's taken by Cam O'Clair. Behind the net now, it's Cam Desereau for Goffstown, and it's taken out by the Grizzlies. Icing will be called. We'll have a face-off in the Goffstown zone.
Great pressure by the Grizzlies, just not able to get one past Roberge, and we'll see what they can do here with playing some defense now. Manchester, with this 1-0 lead, will love to get out of a second one here with 2:27 remaining in this first period.
Kyle Bennett and Cam Roberge, the two starting goalies, have been solid so far. It's a 1-0 Manchester lead. 2:27 left here in period number one. Zach Johnston with Kyle Heavey here on Channel 16. Been a pleasure to be with you so far. It's been a fun one. Terrier will lift this in the air, and it's gloved by Ty Adams. It stays in play. Behind the net, moved by Wilkinson. Off the wall, tipped out by Andrew McLaughlin. Collides with Jackson Horn. McLaughlin towards the net. Ricochets off the wall. Shot off the back of the net. And it's taken by Goffstown.
Trying to get that unique angle there, and
Yeah.
it hits off the goalie and goes into the net, but it just did not work. And now Goffstown with a nice move, but
Sloper throws the shoulder and an open ice collision. Off goes the helmet of Johnny Nasora, and play will be stopped. The lettuce comes out for Johnny, and the play stops with 1 minute and 36 seconds.
yeah, he kind of got tripped there for sure. He was skating backwards and had his leg taken off and fell backwards. And, he says he's okay. His teammates are looking at him, and he's just trying to make sure that his helmet can stay on a little bit stronger next time if something like that happens.
A lot of these players wearing the neck protectors. I believe that is the safe option.
For sure, and obviously
Turnover off front. A turnover in front of the net leads to nothing. Shot off, wide. And agree. I mean, I just with the tragedy that happened with Adam Johnson, it makes sense. I'm not sure if they're required, but I believe they're heavily encouraged. Speedy Tessier towards the net, and the puck ends up wide. 1 minute left to play in period number one.
And an icing here will stop play 55 seconds ago, and now Manchester certainly will appreciate an icing call here that will give them a face-off in the Goffstown defensive zone.
Manchester continuing, I believe, if we agree, continuing to hold the momentum right now. With this 1-0 lead, the pressure they've put on Goffstown physically and with shots on net. Neither team penalized so far in this period, Kyle. It's been all full strength. 5-on-5 hockey. Here's a shot from McLaughlin and a save by Kyle Bennett.
Yeah, great job. He was able to see that the whole way through and was able to hold that with 40 seconds to go to try to keep this from being a bigger deficit than whatever the Grizzlies are in already with just one goal.
40 seconds left on the clock. Nasora off the draw. Goffstown tried to clear it. It's off the body of Tyler Canton. Sends it off the glass. McLaughlin and Nasora going for the puck, colliding with Jackson Horn. Tessier with the puck, 25 seconds left.
And
we're going to have a penalty called.
Penalty against Manchester.
Speaking of penalties, now the first one will be assessed to this period. Ty Adams looked like a cross-checking signal that Crystal Perrin gave right there, Kyle.
Yeah, Carter Smedrick fell to the ice in the neutral zone, way away from the puck itself. And now Manchester's got to be careful here with 23 seconds to go. And it looks like the Grizzlies are ready to go. And
off the draw, Goffstown trying to move it up, kicked out by Tessier. Could be a 2-on-1 if they get the puck. Nasora, it's off his body. Tessier's got an edge towards the net, and Bennett will be able to come out of the crease and cover it. But this is the kind of pressure I'm talking about, Kyle. They're putting shots on net, offensive opportunities, 11 seconds into a penalty kill.
It's always impressive. You see that in college. You see it in the pros. When it's a 5-on-4, the 4 know what they have to do to get the puck out of the zone. The 5 are trying to figure out something to do. Now face-off win.
McLaughlin shoots this off of Bennett. Nasora going for the rebound. 5 seconds left. And Goffstown will start period number 2 on the man advantage with Ty Adams in the box. But Kyle, you and I agree, it's been all Manchester throughout this first period, momentum-wise and on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
the Kings lead the Grizzlies 1-0.
They will start things off on the penalty kill with the Kings and trying to maintain a lead here. Zach, great to be back with you. Zach Johnson, Kyle Levy, Manchester Public Television. Back with more after this.
Welcome back for the second period. Manchester 1, Goffstown 0. The Grizzlies on the power play. I'd like to announce that Will Sloper has been credited for the first goal of the game. He tipped it in thanks to Ty Adams, so he gets the goal. Adams with the assist. 1-0 Manchester. Will Sloper in his first high school hockey game scores, making it 1-0 Manchester. And that has been the score ever since. Bringing the puck up ice now is A.J. Tramontazzi for the Grizzlies now with 1 minute and 8 seconds left on their power play. It was a cross-checking call on Ty Adams, who is sitting in the penalty box right now. 60 seconds left on his penalty.
Well, it was a quick intermission break. We really didn't go through the full 10 minutes. We only went through about 8.5. So these boys are all ready to go and get things going. And Goffstown obviously would like to get themselves a power play goal here.
Shot right into the trapper of Robert. He covers.
Yeah, he just throws it out. I got this. I can see it all day. And I'm going to try to do my best to stop every single one. But now a line change for both sides. And we'll see what they're able to do with just 40 seconds remaining on this 5-on-4 penalty kill for Manchester.
That one dumped all the way down on net as Bennett had to stop it. Counts as a shot on net, believe it or not. Cross tipped away, sending, it's sent deep into the Goffstown zone. They got 25 seconds left now. Turnover, here's a chance. It ends up blocked, ricocheted away. Matt Vachon had the stick on his puck off a turnover. Boylan able to keep it in. 15 seconds left on the penalty. Moved up ice now to Owen St. Ange. Owen hitting to the boards. One more shot, and another one gloved by Roberge. That's got to be his fourth or fifth glove save, Kyle.
And that's a smart move because if Manchester is able to win this faceoff, there is 1 second remaining on this penalty kill.
They can dump it.
And they can just dump it down or try to get Ty out of the box. You can see he's got one leg right there ready to go.
That would be electric if we did sort of an announcer's prediction here.
He's ready to go. And
he is going to change. Goffstown with a chance, and another one trapped by Roberge. Let's say that's his 6th glove save. I think that's reasonable to say.
He is staying busy down there for sure, but obviously his team's doing a good job of giving him the viewing point to be able to see that where the puck's going. It's out of play and sent back down.
Max Volcanis off the boards. There's a chance for Goffstown. They can't connect on their passes here, Kyle. Down deep in their offensive zone, Goffstown's having trouble connecting on their passes. Dancing through, that's a good move. Down low, off the paddle, Roberge, loose puck, nothing. Wide of the net. Goffstown with some chances here. Off the boards, puck battle. Tessier takes that one away from Van Ames and will move it up ice himself. Tessier along the wing with Jackson Horn on his hip. Tessier will get in front of all of them, trying to poke the puck up ice.
And Frank did a great job there. There wanted to be a line change from Manchester. He kept the puck deep down in the zone and allow his teammates to get off the ice. And, now Frank will finally get off the ice himself. And, those are leadership roles right there where you know what you got to do. And great job to get some fresh legs out there for Manchester.
Cam O'Clair out there for Manchester turned as the puck will head towards the far side. Up ice off the stick of Matt Vachon and will slide into the Goffstown zone. No icing. Goffstown trying to pedal the puck out, but Logan Parsons will keep it in. Dump behind the net. Off a stick of a Goffstown player, kept into the Manchester zone there by Vachon.
Manchester now with full strength. They're doing a great job of stopping Goffstown in the neutral zone.
Behind the net, Goffstown can't afford a turnover here. And they'll move it back up for Connor Bernard. Connor Bernard, not Connor Bedard, my apologies. They look so similar. I caught it immediately, which is good. Wrist shot, Canton turned away by Bennett. In the near corner, here's Ty Adams behind the net. Nosora off the deflection. Nosora stops, shoots, he scores! Johnny Nosora! It's 2-0 Manchester.
Unbelievable, tough angle, not much room, and he's able to squeak it by Bennett. And you can see the Kings are gloriously happy right now with a 2-0 lead.
Johnny Boy makes it 2-0. Kyle Bennett trying to shake this off, and the Grizzlies trail 2-0. Big goal from Johnny Nosora, and it's 2-0 Manchester. And the puck being sent into the Manchester zone here, played by Ty Adams. Moved over for Tyler Canton.
Yeah,
Nosora still on the ice.
Goffstown had to be careful not to get an offsides there. And now a change here for Manchester. So
behind the net, Goffstown looking for possession. Deep in their own zone. Boylan heading for the puck. Boylan's got it. Chips this out for Canton. Boylan in the corner. Now the puck slides down towards Cam Roberge's side. Ty Adams will get there first. Ty Adams, he's got Gavin Matatal on his tail. Nearing the 10-minute mark of the second period. The scoreboard says first period. It is the second period.
You know, opening day jitters for all around here,
Yeah.
Zach. Doesn't matter if it's
call.
us, if it's the players, it's the coaches, it's the scoreboard operator. So here, either way, under 10 minutes to go in this second period. And, well, this is a tough icing call here, as now Manchester's got to play some quality defense. They have not looked all that perfect on the face-offs here, so we'll see what they can do. And, again, another win by Goffstown.
And a turnover. And a chance for Manchester and an odd man rush coming up. Matt Vachon. Vachon heading towards the net. Opportunity broken up by Zach Lassard. Chip forward, loose puck, sliding and diving to keep it up is Cam Desero. In the neutral zone, it's Corey Beeland who will find Zach Lassard. Parsons in the corner. The far corner, that is, of the Manchester zone. Ice Monster's eating somebody. He got to Corey Beeland. He fell in open ice. Dumped down there by Sloper. Heading towards the puck is Vachon. Holding it here is Corey Beeland for Goffstown. Moved down the far side. Kept in. Here's a chance shot. And they score! They're going to wave it off. They're going to wave it off. Jim Piva says goalie interference must be the call, or the net came off. High sticking maybe. Those are three options. It's got to be one of the three.
Oh, either way, that's a tough spot right there, as it looked like that was clearly going in. And, well,
they could have let that go. It would have gone in the net, but they will rule that high sticking.
You know, he's down here discussing things here with the coaches, and unfortunate right there. Is now the faceoff will come on the other side of the ice after all this, Zach.
Yeah, you know, hindsight's 2020. It's easy to say if they had just let that be, it would have trickled its way in anyway, but who's to say? We'll go with what the reality is, and it's that it's still a 2-0 Manchester lead. They can't let this ruin their momentum.
I was wondering that too. It was slowly making its way, and it seemed like all Manchester players are around there.
That's a really nice move by Andrew McLaughlin. And the puck off a skate. Canton will dump it. Really, the two new names that I see making an impact are Will Sloper and Cam O'Clair. Other than that, so many returning players, Kyle. And for a team that made the second round of the playoffs, it looks like they're trending upward. Ty Adams on the back check, and that was Connor Bernard in the area. Well, Ty Adams moving it over.
Some teams have to rebuild, and they graduate players. We'll see what Concord is in store for them this year. If they have.
Oh my goodness gracious! Backup goaltender Jake O'Neill was a few inches away from having that one startle him and hit him in the mask. But that's why they keep him on, Kyle. I don't know why everyone's got to keep their helmet on with the masks. I mean, covering their face on the bench so they don't get head damage over there.
It was a good attempted clear, but just a little too wide right there, or wide left, I guess, from that angle.
Behind the Goffstown net is Max Volcanis. Charging for it is none other than Frank Tessier. Down low towards the net. He scores! Camo Claire, a beauty! My goodness! 3-0, that one will count. Camo Claire.
Sliding his way into the boards in celebration as the puck slid past Bennett. And look at this. The Manchester Kings are setting the tone this year on day number 1 of the NHIAA Division 1 season. And with 7:44 to go, we're looking good here for whatever this Jeremy Baker and his squad have in store as they win the faceoff and now in the offensive zone.
Tessier right off the draw, charging in. He looks like he means business today. Penalty coming up.
It's going to be a hit to the head.
Yeah.
I believe that's what that call was.
He did touch the back of his head.
And
so we'll have a penalty on Goffstown.
Owen St. Ange is the culprit, and what I respected most right there from Owen is that he immediately went to Frank and was like, I didn't mean to do that. And now
he'll pay the price with a 2-minute minor.
And Frank is...
And his team already down by 3. Tessier. Canton. Shot wide. Rebound controlled. Tessier. McLaughlin. Canton. They go offside. Thanks to Van Ames, they're going to have to regroup.
Cade Tripp is a little late to get back into the zone, and now Manchester can proceed to go in the offensive zone.
Canton charging up the left wing. Canton from behind the net. Hit from behind right there by Zach Lassard. Cade Tripp. Nasora's got some space, and a beautiful block shot by Zach Terrier. The captain putting his body on the line. A drive and a penalty coming up. A tripping.
Tough break right there. That
Trip.
seemed like the puck was
called for the trip. And it's going to be a 4-on-4. His brother Matt could have gotten called for tripping too. And it would be funny for Tripp to get sent for tripping a lot.
Yeah, he's shaking his head. He's like, I don't believe this at all. But now with a minute 16, we're going to have some fast open ice hockey here.
It's already very fast and open ice on even strength here, Kyle, especially with the way the Kings have been moving.
We'll delay a game here on the Kings as they forget that they need to take a man off the ice.
4-on-4. Right into the trapper. Another glove save by Cam Roberge. Stop me if you've heard that before, huh?
Well, that one was a tough one, though, because you could hear the stick-on-stick collision there, and sometimes that deflects awkwardly, and he was able to make that save either way.
I was thinking that as soon as I heard it. I was like, hopefully it doesn't have some weird ricochet.
Nothing like those funny bounces that give goalies nightmares. And an offsides here, so...
6 minutes, 34 seconds in the second period, and a 4-on-4 for another minute. Manchester leading 3-0 with goals from Will Sloper, Johnny Nasora, and Cameron O'Clair.
Yeah, a lot of different, not a lot of same names on the scoreboards so far for assists, goals, anything like that. It's a nice spread of overall all-around team performance.
I wonder if Will Sloper knows he's got credit for that goal right now, because I'm sure they made that change in between periods. I wonder if I could be the one to let him know that. That would be cool. Shot on net by Tyler Canton is turned aside by Kyle Bennett.
Oh, Franks came so close there.
That one dumped in by Canton in the neutral zone and picked up by Goffstown. And that's A.J. Hill, who will move that up for Jaden Booth. Here is Terrier with a shot and a block shot at that. Ty Adams getting the body in the way. 5.5 minutes just about left to go in this period.
Yeah, so for the next 44 seconds, the Grizzlies will be on the power play here.
On man advantage. Here's a Loose puck chopped over and kept onside by Terrier. Sliding puck, and Manchester can clear it. Get some fresh legs out there with 25 seconds left to go on their kill. Adams tried to dump it, ended up hitting it off the body of Connor Bernard.
Ooh.
Sliding over to the far side. 10 seconds left to go on the penalty. Sliding on the ice right there is Gavin Matatal and lost possession. Puck up in the air. Checked by Adams.
Cade Tripp back out there.
Cade Tripp's out there. Tripp out of the box. Oh, he hit the post. Oh, no. He was so close, Kyle. So close.
I know his dad, Steve, was probably frustrated with him being in the box, but that would have made it up if he was able to get that just 3 inches shorter to the left side.
And now a possession battle on the boards. Goffstown will have a chance. Shot off the body of Cam Roberge. Owen St. Ange had his chance denied there. Tessier speeding through, dancing in. They score! 4-0 Manchester. Welcome to the 25-26 season.
Unbelievable right there after.
It's Ryan Boylan who tips in the attempt from Tessier, and Manchester leads 4-0. How do you like that?
This is not what I was expecting from game number 1 here of this season. Expected a little bit of figuring things out. You got to wonder how the legs are going to feel after this, as they have another home game on Wednesday that will.
Wow, that's not allowed.
And that will be a 5-minute. You can hear Jim Paiva already coming out and saying that from here, and Max Volkanis will not get a seat here. He'll have to stand the whole entire time, and great to see that the Grizzly player is able to come back and skate to his bench, and the trainer not even having to go over there just yet, but certainly a vicious hit right there, and not something you like to see when your team's up 4-0.
Well, right now the scoreboard says 2 minutes.
Well, we'll see.
I'm sure that 5 minutes very well could have came from a fan, if we're being honest with each other.
That's fair. We are a ways away, and we got to wait to hear what's going on. But
a chance for Goffstown to get on the scoreboard with a power play with Max Volkanis in the penalty box. From behind the net, waiting for an opportunity, sent across for St. Ange. St. Ange back up to the blue line, wristed and directed wide. Frank Tessier, I believe, got a piece of that one. He's been the X factor today, Kyle, no doubt.
Oh, for sure.
A weird ricochet will send that puck down and cleared for the Kings.
Kept in.
I think they're going to have a really good shorthanded opportunity right here, Kyle. If not right here, at some point during this penalty. Just by the trend and the way this game's been going so far for Manchester. Drop pass back, and another glove save by Cam Roberge. They didn't blow it dead, Kyle. He just dropped it out, and now it's gloved and kept in the zone. Turned away by the body of Cam Roberge. Do you think he just thought he heard the whistle and dropped it? Because that seemed very dangerous.
Very much. Why would you just get handed over to your opponent just like that? And he'll work on that for the rest of the way. As
he'd been so good with the glove so far. Could have been worse here. Under 30 seconds, and then a high dump that will go off the glass. Under 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second period. The Manchester Kings lead 4-0 over the Goffstown Grizzlies.
Grizzlies have to be, they weren't being patient enough, and with 14 seconds to go, an offsides call will stop any momentum, and the Grizzlies will have a full 5-person change here with 2:09 remaining in this period. They got to just get at least some sort of energy to try to cut this deficit.
Goffstown coach Josh Andrzejczuk looking for a momentum booster for his team, and it doesn't seem that they can do that with the man advantage. Waiting, shooting, saved by Cam, rebound, blocked. McLaughlin got a part of that puck. Another chance, taken away, McLaughlin with it. How about that kill, Kyle Heavey? Wow.
Volcanis is out of the box, and we got an offsides here on the Goffstown again. So thankful that it wasn't 5 minutes, it just was 2 minutes, and apparently it must have been a fan that we could hear that said that. And wow, we'll see with this $1:39 remaining, and looks like we got a possible little bit of injury to Cade Tripp.
That's McLaughlin.
Excuse me, McLaughlin.
Puck drop, Manchester's got it. Send it over to the far side. Picked up, moved up ice there by number 26, Garrett Warren. Puck dumped down off the back wall and controlled there by Roberge. And stoppage of play. I think there's a slippery spot. You see that?
I did see that. That's why it was kind of very strange to see that there was a stoppage in this game.
Could that be the reason for it? I don't know what the stoppage was, but we'll have a neutral zone face-off. That is won by Goffstown and moved down by A.J. Tramontazzi. Terrier. Pestered right there by Marcus DeSisto. He's another new name we're seeing. So maybe in a 4-0 game, we're going to see some names we haven't called so far, Kyle. Racing down the ice, Manchester the chance. It's the captain, Tyler Canton, covered by Kyle Bennett. Kyle, are you thinking we see Jake O'Neill possibly in period number 3?
Anything's possible at this point. I mean, will they keep Cam Roberge, or will Aaron Bodwin in his senior year get some playing time in this game? There's ample opportunities for both coaches to just get a feel of things.
Just thinking there's a chance we see 2 new goalies in period number 3.
Yeah, so
maybe, if we score, if we're looking at a 5-0 score after this period, maybe we can see that. McLaughlin off the ricochet will send it behind the net. Nasora sends it the other way in the area for Goffstown as Griffin Wilkinson. Move back towards the blue line. Adams lost his footing as he shot it. 35 seconds left. Tessier trying to keep it in the zone. Canton does. Still in the Manchester zone and now taken out by Goffstown. Weaving his way in and out is Owen St. Onge. Offside as the puck hits the stick of Gavin Matatal. Offside is the call.
That's always one thing that is very difficult for any teammate, is watching the person with the puck dangling this way, that way. It's like, when are you supposed to go across the zone, when you're just kind of skating as fast as you can to get down there. And right there you saw another Goffstown offsides. It's something that they will try to work on further in the season, because it seems to be a good amount of offsides so far.
McLaughlin drops this back shot, save. Rebound, Tessier. Bennett got the body on it but couldn't bring it in. 5 seconds left to go in the period. It's a 4-0 lead through 2 periods in favor of the Manchester Kings here on Manchester Public Television, Channel 16. What a start, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 1-0 game after the first 15, and now to have it a 4-0, you can see how excited these Manchester Kings teammates are, that they are looking sharp here through the first 30 minutes, but still another period to go.
Well, with goals in that period from Johnny Nasora, Cam O'Clair, and Ryan Boylan, the Kings lead 4-0. We'll be right back here from JFK for period number 3. Ready to go for period number 3. Zach Johnston alongside Kyle Heavey here on Channel 16. It's been a dominant first 2 periods for the Manchester Kings. They lead Goffstown 4-0, Kyle.
Yeah, it's certainly been a...
Tessier scores! And that's how the third period starts! Frank Tessier has been the X factor all night, and he finally lights the lamp to start the third period. 5-0.
What a great job by the junior today, showing his skills through and through. Defensive side, offensive side, power play, penalty kill, and now to have an assist, a goal, and we have a 5-0 lead. That means it'll be running time for the final 14.5 minutes.
In front of the net, scramble for the puck. Bennett making a save after save on that attempt, keeping it 5-0.
Yeah, I was just sitting there wanting to get into the net, but Bennett said, no, thank you. I'm going to keep things shut for the time being.
That one sliding and staying in. Nasora dumping it down. The Manchester Kings 5-0 lead over the Goffstown Grizzlies here in the first game of the season. Moved down by Matt Vachon. And that's Sloper who is offside.
Well, you know that it's with his first game, it's a little tough to know what to do here with pucks being past him or not past him into the zone. And, well, another offsides. It seems like it's been that side of the ice, Zach, that has been most of the offsides throughout this contest.
Parsons will be one of the few to touch the puck as it's dumped and sent into the Goffstown zone, moved up, and now sent right back thanks to Max Volcanis. Behind the net is Jackson Horn. Loose puck, and someone's glove is off, as I do believe that's Jackson Horn. A shot on net, saved by Bennett. He'll freeze it with 13:29 left to go in the third period.
Yeah, it's a smart move just to hold on to that, let your teammates get changed up, refreshed, and, especially with a teammate that was down a little bit slower to get up without his glove. And now with the face-off, 13:29 remaining with a 5-0 deficit for Goffstown.
Off the draw, Boylan will win it, but it's picked up by Goffstown. Possessed by Parsons. He'll move it off the wall. Correction, that's Volcanis. Parsons with it now. Sliding down the net. Pursuit of the puck is Garrett Warren on net. Nothing goes there. Puck bouncing around. It's Matatal for Goffstown. Has it stolen. Puck shot on net, turned away.
Now
Parsons moves this off the wall. Picked up by Goffstown. Redirected behind the net.
a little bit of a collision behind the net that kind of derails the Kings' momentum to try to get out of the zone, and Goffstown's doing their best to keep it in, but now it...
Down the far side is Dylan Gentis, and now Goffstown will take it. This is Owen St. Onge, whose shot is turned aside by Cam Roberge. Loose puck, Parsons moves this up. McLaughlin was in the area. Goffstown keeps it on their side. Moved off the wall and collected by Volcanis. Nasora tried to chop at it. It's back for Drum and Tozzi. There's a chance for Manchester down low. Nothing goes. McLaughlin and Tessier were in the area and on that scoring opportunity. Inside the Manchester zone, Goffstown looking to try to get on the scoreboard. They trail 5-0 under 12 minutes. Frank Tessier charging up the ice again, shoots wide. Nasora in a collision as McLaughlin goes for the puck, and he ran into Zach Lassard on that play. Moved up the near side. Back for it is Ty Adams, who will move it behind the net. Adams off the boards, onto the stick of Johnny Nasora. Corey Beeland, center ice. Chopped out there by Nasora. Moved deep into the corner. It's Cade Tripp. This is now Zach Terrier who will move it out. Neutral zone. Puck up, taken by Manchester, moved back by Canton, and collected by Marcus DeSisto. He's a new name. He's a junior.
And that'll be an icing for sure, as that just dribbled right through the center of the ice. No one had a chance to touch that, and that stinks as now Manchester not able to switch out and staying out on the ice. And you can see the Ty Adams is like, I was so close to getting off the ice. Face-off won by the Grizzlies.
The draw, turned away by Roberge. Puck up in the air and controlled by Vachon. Off the glass and onto the ice. Another one off the boards, and head on a swivel up here, Kyle, because that one can head up our way. We've seen it happen. Chance for Goffstown, moving in down low, and nothing will go for them again.
Yeah, Zach, I still have some PTSD a little bit from getting hit with the puck up here a few times. So.
Yep, the camera's been hit. You've been hit. People around you have been hit. Rich McDonough almost got hit last year.
And another icing here with 10:24 remaining, and certainly we think that we're high enough up the
you think
above
so?
the ice. And in
with this up here, the heating and the lights to keep us warm. You think that would keep us safe, but there is no netting protecting us.
This barn was obviously 1960 was a long time ago. Do the math, Zach.
1960. Well, this is probably a 40-year-old. No, I can't do it right now. I've got the puck moving around. I'm looking at other kinds of numbers, not thinking about. Charging up the near side and setting the puck up is Cam O'Clair. Going forward is Cam Desereau off the wall. Parsons. He turns that one over to Teddy Beal. Beal sends it directly to the stick of Cade Tripp. Sends it on net. Covered and
great attempt there by Cade.
Kept in play by Kyle Bennett after trapping it out of the air. That one landing. A chance for Goffstown. Oh, beautiful move. Down low, shot wide. Zach Terrier with the move, but not the finish. Kyle, we remember Manchester going to Goffstown last year to Sullivan Arena. I believe they lost 3-1 in a game that looked like Goffstown they had it. Centering pass, shut down. This looks like a much better matchup against Goffstown this time, Kyle. Much better result as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So far.
I mean, 5-goal lead, 9-11 remaining. And to know you've had 5 different goal scorers, that's a huge thing for Jeremy Baker to know that he doesn't have to rely on just one player. He can rely on a number of various goal scorers. And obviously it's game 1. We need to just have a little bit of patience to see, because we'll be back here on Wednesday to see what's next for this Kings squad. And now it's
Tessier along the far side, drops this back. Nasora down low, looking for McLaughlin. Couldn't connect with him. Shot that off the wall, and now Goffstown will take possession. Dancing in is Zach Terrier, shooting that one wide. Towards the net, gloved and covered by Cam Roberge.
You know, he's 8 minutes and 47 seconds away from a shutout victory here, and he moves the goalpost a little bit closer here to cut down any angles. And yeah, his trapper has been very clutch today.
Face-off won by Manchester. Canton.
Oh, questionable call right there.
They do call that offside.
Felt like he had gotten that clean, but Jim's got the whistle. We don't up here.
We got the headsets.
Oh, so Crystal Perrin will be dropping the puck, and away we go with Goffstown looking to finally get on the board here.
Moved in by Goffstown, but having to reset themselves as Ty Adams will take it. Had a long pass that he could not connect with Cameron O'Clair. We'll have a stoppage. Cam O'Clair, freshman in his first game scoring. That's got to be great for him.
Oh, certainly. That's why it's nice to hear some new names, some great youth here that going forward for Coach Baker and company. That it's nice to have players that already can do things that you didn't necessarily expect from freshmen here.
Will Sloper's first game, goal. Cam O'Clair's first game, goal. Love to see it.
And obviously Frank is going to continue to light things up this season from the way things are going, because his speed has been impressive here through the first 40 minutes of this game.
Their other speedster, Johnny Nasora, scoring as well as someone who we applauded their recent improvement in how fast they skate. This guy right here, Ryan Boylan, number 21, he scored as well. Frank Tessier will take it behind the net with Boylan, and he'll move it over towards the blue line. Canton, the captain, keeping it in, sending it behind the net. Goffstown will take it.
Deflected into the corner.
Tessier behind the net. The puck ends up Canton driving it behind the net. How many times am I going to say behind the net?
Well, what else can you say?
What
That's
else can
where
I
the puck
say?
keeps going.
Rear to the pipes.
There you go.
Picked up is Corey Beeland. He'll
Got to remember, it's our first game, too, ladies and gentlemen, so we got to get familiarized with
wrap around chance denied by Bennett. Cade Tripp was going for it. Nearing the 7-minute remaining mark here in this third period. It's 5-0 Kings over the Grizzlies of Goffstown here at JFK.
setting it down, and at least Goffstown.
Canton will send it all the way down, and we will have an icing call.
Well, 6:51 remaining. We're more than halfway through this game, and both teams still have something to play for here. Manchester obviously would love to keep this a shutout here and get a perfect game here in a lot of ways. And for Goffstown, they would like to get some energy going into the next matchup and getting on the scoreboard. So we'll see what happens here as the faceoff won by Manchester and sent around the net here. And, centering feed.
Chance,
oh, my.
And they couldn't have it. It's moved up for Tessier. Jumping there is McLaughlin to get away from what was going to be a Tessier shot. Tessier rips one wide on a great pass from Nasora.
Baker saying to move it around. Keep skating. Oh, almost off.
That one sat in front of the net. Now picked up. Dancing in, shooting! It hit off of Roberge and off the post. No goal. That one lucky, keeping the goose egg on the scoreboard for Goffstown. That one shot wide there by Max Volcanis. Battling for the puck. And there was Garrett Warren, lost his stick.
Thankfully, he was not out of the area to be able to just turn around and pick it back up. Offsides there. Delayed offsides. They were able to get back on, I'll pass the blue line where the Kings.
Moving in. Here's a shot off the body of Roberge. Puck loose. Still loose in front of the net. Goffstown will keep it. They got some momentum here, but Parsons sends it behind the net. And a collision.
Both players able to get up, and great job by Garrett to be able to get off the ice in time as he really took a hit there.
5 minutes remaining here in the third period. And it's 5-0 Manchester over Goffstown here on their home ice.
And we will get a penalty call here on the Kings for a tripping. It looks like it's actually going to be a hooking call here. So,
Will Sloper going to the box.
Well, that's a
first.
Maybe he's looking for a Gordie Howe type thing, penalty box.
He can't fight anybody, so that one won't be able to.
That's good. Good call. Good call. 4:49 remaining in this 5-0 Kings lead. But again, Grizzlies are not going away.
That one shot covered. 4:40 left.
You can almost say that Cam Roberge, unsung hero of the game as well, for what he's been able to do as well.
His trapper has been the unsung hero. No, you're correct, though. He's definitely in contention for the 3 stars of the game that we'll give at the end. Here's the X Factor, Frank Cassier. Down low and a save.
Boy, whatever he is consuming to get into hockey shape is impressive here, because you can tell that he is just the fastest player on the ice tonight. Well, face off here again in the Goffstown zone, but they are on the power play, and Manchester is controlling things.
Whoa! That one way up high and actually knocked another puck down, Kyle. So we got 2 on the ice here.
I mean, that's quite impressive to see that you're able to do that.
So let's say if you're down by a certain part, we'll play with 2 pucks to give them more chances to score. And we won't stop play when goals are scored. Just give them the chance.
It happens at Dave & Buster's in one of the games, so why not?
Did not think I'd be thinking this today, but I'm pretty sure 6-0 means running time.
Yeah, I had it as 5 in my head, but I'm
definitely not expecting to say that today. I was expecting a very even matchup today, but Manchester exceeding expectations today. Wow, a lot of spinning around from Connor Bernard, and he couldn't get a shot off. This time he does, and Cam will make the save.
Oh, now a little bit of extracurricular activities here saying, hey, what are you getting for Christmas? What do you, have you done any shopping?
These teams will meet again in the Christmas tournament, I assume.
Yeah, the Brian C. Stone Christmas tournament, and we've got to see if there's any sort of update on the scheduling on that.
I'm hearing more yelling from the crowd than actually on the ice here. But that pretty much, represents what goes on around here sometimes.
You can see the aggravation from the parents and fans here to say that, hey, what's that all about?
It's hockey. Kids are kids. Here's a shot turned away. Corey Beeland will have his pass knocked off the stick of Andrew McLaughlin and dumped down. Nasora wins the race to the puck.
And, boy, he can just skate around if he wants to and kill more time on this penalty kill. Goffstown does get the puck out of the zone. It should be offsides.
Jim Paiva was about a couple inches away from getting chopped with a stick right there. And I'm not sure if he even knew how close he was to taking a stick to the face. Connor Bernard helping facilitate a chance here. A shot. Puck loose. Roberge on his rear end. Open net. And it's blocked. Nasora got in the way of it. Corey Beeland had an open net. And Nasora, without even knowing, ended up blocking the shot and killing the Will Sloper penalty. 5-0, under 3 minutes to go here in period number 3.
Unbelievable right there. Great
Tessier to the slot, save, rebound, score! 6-0, Manchester, statement here at JFK.
The Division I teams got to be prepared. Manchester is cooking this year.
And Tessier's got 2 with an assist from Canton.
After taking a puck up high earlier in the game, I was hoping that he wouldn't be seriously injured. And, obviously after every game, doesn't matter what sport, you're going to be a little bit exhausted. And for game number 1, Frank Tessier is looking like he is going to get the star of the game and the first star.
6-0. How about that, Kyle Evie? Talk about a statement. Manchester coming out like I talked about after their bitter way to end their year last year. 6-0 win is a way to make a statement. And on the receiving end of another hit there is Garrett Warren from Griffin Wilkinson. And Kyle, this is just a place for Goffstown to take a step forward. Still a lot of time left in this season. This is just game number 1. Who knows where both these teams will be come January, February. This is still early December.
And Goffstown coach he's very skilled, very acclimated with how to coach this team, and he'll be back to the drawing board. As a lot of different people here commentating this game, and it's always nice to see what your team did right and did wrong, and we'll get an icing there as Manchester will have to worry about their how to not ice the puck so much. I think this has been one of the only sour spots here in this third period is the amount of icing calls, but with a running time. And
it's actually helpful.
It's very helpful here.
Tessier will let the time go.
Well, I'm not sure why they were trying to get 6 players out there for the Kings, but
I think they're trying to make a last-minute change to take up more time, and they weren't going to let them. Shot wide. They got a minute left to go here in period number 3. Manchester leads 6-0. 2-on-1, Tessier racing down and a save. Kyle Bennett.
He wanted that hat trick. He was trying everything that he could, and a little bit slow to get up is the Grizzlies' number 9 and Alexander Hill, the junior 6'1". It was kind of cut off there. His Tessier was trying to get to that puck and slow to get up, and Franks wins the faceoff.
Draw towards the net, covered up. We'll have 30 seconds left to go on the running time.
It's such an amazing thing how players will try anything in their power to get a hat trick. Something about 3 goals is special here.
Now he's got the assist, so he's got 3 points on the day.
Which is just as good. Really what it comes down to is this big victory. Obviously,
this is a team win here.
Cutting down the last few seconds here, and the Manchester Kings open up the season with a big 6-0 victory.
And it's also a shutout, Kyle, for Cam Roberge, stopping many of the Goffstown, not just many, every single Goffstown opportunity. This was a huge team win for the Manchester Kings to not only shut down Goffstown's offense, but put 6 goals past Kyle Bennett. How about that?
You know what? For the Goffstown, you got to remember the New England Patriots looked terrible in game number 1 versus the Las Vegas Raiders, and they are now one of the best teams in the NFL. Goffstown will take this. They'll get back to the drawing board and get things back together. We'll look forward to seeing them in the Brian C. Stone Christmas Tournament for Manchester. Wow.
I'm really thinking, Kyle, 3rd star, I'll give it to Johnny Nasora with his speed, not just the goal he scored being on the score sheet, he also influenced the game heavily based on his speed. And I'll say 2nd star, we're going to give it to the man in between the pipes, Cam Roberge, with the shutout, stopping not just many opportunities, but every opportunity for Goffstown today.
I agree with that, and Frank Tessier will get the number 1 star tonight with this big victory here. So what a great job for Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lar, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick. Zach Johnston, phenomenal job being back here. We hope that your finals all went well.
They did all well.
UNH,
They did all go well.
We'll look forward to having you back here for a doubleheader on Wednesday.
Absolutely.
As the Kings will face off against the Windham Jaguars, while Trinity will play the early contest at 4 o'clock. And I don't remember off the top of my head who Trinity is facing, but I know that they will look to get Londonderry, so that'll be a fun one. But my name is Kyle Heavey. It's been a presentation of Manchester Public Television. We thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon on Manchester Public Television's Games of the Week.